Okay, get this. OpenAI is shutting down Sora. Yeah, the AI video model that pretty much broke the internet looks like it's hit a massive wall. And while that sounds like a huge failure, it's actually a clue. A massive clue that points to a completely different AI gold rush that's happening right now, just kind of behind the curtain. And stick with me, because by the end of this, I'm going to show you exactly where the real money is going. It's a spot everyone seems to be missing. So what is really going on? Well, what we're seeing is the end of one thing, the public AI hype cycle, and the beginning of the real gold rush. All right, first things first, we've got to talk about why the public-facing AI race is, well, it's pretty much over. Yeah, all those flashy demos we've been seeing everywhere, turns out they were a really clever distraction from what's actually happening. And really, the whole Sora situation tells the entire story. I mean, the cost to run it, just astronomical. The safety concerns, with deepfakes and all that, totally unsolved. But here's the kicker. It was a strategic pivot. OpenAI looked at the numbers and realized that the economics of making these amazing videos at scale, they just aren't there yet. It's a total money pit. And that right there just perfectly captures the real story. The game isn't about making one single magic model anymore, something that can do a cool party trick. Nope. The game has moved on. It's all about infrastructure now. Which brings us to the real AI arms race. And listen, this isn't some battle of benchmarks you see people arguing about on Twitter. No. This is a brutal, high-stakes war for physical stuff, for resources, and it's all happening behind the scenes. And the numbers? Oh man, they are just absolutely staggering. All right, let's just start with a number. How about $20 billion? That's what Elon Musk is dropping on his Terafab down in Austin. And it's not just some factory. Think of it more like a declaration of independence. He's building it to make custom chips for his entire empire. We're talking Tesla, SpaceX, XAI, the whole shebang. So what do all those chips need to run? Power. A truly mind-boggling amount of it. A company called NTT Global Data Centers is planning to double its capacity to 4 gigawatts. To put that in perspective for you, that's enough juice to power millions of homes. And the wild part is, this expansion is being built entirely for AI. And hey, it's not just about the hardware either. Look at Palo Alto Networks. They just slapped down over $3 billion for a monitoring platform called Chronosphere. Why would they do that? Because they're building the security backbone needed to control these gigantic new AI systems. And just when you think the scale can't possibly get any bigger, well, just look up. Blue Origin has filed plans for something called Project Sunrise. What is it? Oh, just a little constellation of over 51,000 satellites. And their goal? To create data centers in orbit, completely bypassing Earth's energy problems. It's wild. So let's just be crystal clear here. The race has fundamentally changed. The whole conversation has shifted. We've gone from arguing about model benchmarks to fighting for chip sovereignty. We've gone from watching flashy demos to worrying about securing power grids. The age of the chatbot? It's over. The age of the industrial AI build-out has officially begun. Okay, so if that's the new reality, then what is all this insane infrastructure actually being built for? It's for the next big step in AI's evolution, the jump from passive chatbots to active autonomous agents. Now, the difference here sounds simple, but it is absolutely profound. A chatbot is basically a tool, right? You give it a prompt, it spits out an answer. That's it. But an agent is more like a worker. You don't give it a prompt, you give it a goal, like, hey, plan my entire trip to Italy. And then it goes off and actually performs multiple actions across a bunch of different tools and apps to get it done. And this isn't some far-off future stuff. It's happening right now. NVIDIA's entire focus has shifted to physical AI agents for things like robotics. OpenAI's new nano models, they're built specifically for on-device autonomous tasks on your smartphone. And Microsoft is already publishing guides for big companies on how to make this agentic AI transformation happen securely. So this huge shift to agents, combined with all this new infrastructure, it's creating a whole new battlefield. And with it comes a brand new set of rules being written, not by code, but by big strategic and regulatory power plays. Rule number 1 in this new game is something called chip sovereignty. This is the big why behind Musk's Terafab and all those other insane investments. Basically, it's the goal of controlling your own destiny. You design your own chips, you produce your own chips, you cut out the middleman, and you make absolutely sure you never ever run out of computing power. And just look at who's playing this game. You've got Musk building Terafab for his whole empire. You have Amazon making custom chips for labs like OpenAI and Anthropic. And word on the street is OpenAI itself is working on its own chip to break free from its reliance on NVIDIA. Everybody is building their own fortress. And while all that's happening, there's this massive regulatory tug-of-war that's just erupting. On one side, you've got the White House trying to create a single national AI standard, to help things move faster. But on the other side, you've got individual states pushing back with this messy patchwork of their own rules on everything from deepfakes to the environmental damage from all these new data centers. It's creating a ton of uncertainty for anyone trying to build in this space. Okay, so let's recap. We've got a massive industrial build-out, a whole new wave of autonomous AI agents, and a super chaotic regulatory landscape. Now, it's time to connect all of this back to that secret I mentioned at the very beginning. Here it is, the billion-dollar blind spot that almost everyone is missing. Check this out. While the whole world was hypnotized by Sora's flashy demos, Apple quietly racked up over $1 billion in AI-related revenue this year. How'd they do it? Not by chasing hype. They did it by embedding AI into the stuff people already use and pay for every single day. And that proves it right there. The biggest money isn't in the flashiest demo, it's in the quiet, practical application. And that brings us to the real gold rush. It's a market called governed AI. Think about it. As all these companies start unleashing these super powerful agents, a massive new market is just exploding for the tools needed to monitor them, to secure them, and to audit them. This is the safety net. This is the critical layer that's going to make it possible for big businesses to actually use this agent revolution. So here's the bottom line, the most important takeaway. For every one company that's building a cool new AI agent, there's this huge multi-billion-dollar opportunity for another company that can help manage and control it. Big enterprises simply cannot, they will not, deploy these autonomous agents unless they know exactly what they're doing and what data they're touching. This is the ultimate picks and shuffles play for this new gold rush. We're talking about policy engines, automated testing tools, security scanners, the whole shebang. Because at the end of the day, the future isn't just about building a smarter AI, it's about building a trustworthy AI. And the companies that figured that out, well, they're the ones who are going to win the real AI gold rush. Which brings me to our question for you today. What's one daily task, just one, that you would actually trust an AI agent to completely take over for you? Let me know down in the comments. I'm really curious to see what you all come up with.